I know I couldn't be live this morning because I had a couple of meetings. I still do have a lot of stuff going on. So this is more or less just a quicker update, more of a um a surprise stream for TikTok and or not TikTok, Twitch and YouTube. I'm not on TikTok right now. Uh, but Twitch is definitely gaining some followers, so I appreciate it. But we need to talk about crypto because crypto today not making the most positive move yet again. And while you see everything that's plus over here, it's a different story. Things are down. I don't know why it's the opposite. Maybe I have a setting the wrong way, but it's the opposite. So number one fan. Thank you, Sean, for being here, for being the first person to comment. Hey, bro, what do you think about I see. I'm not really the biggest fan of. I don't know how to say it. I think it's Sayatama. I'm not really the biggest fan of that position, right? Good thing is, right, we see crypto that's coming back. Let me actually bring up Coin Market Cap really quick, uh, because I don't know what's happening right now. If it is coming back, it might be more of an opportunity, but long term, I don't really see anything big with it. Just because the circulating supply is just so high. Like I understand the mindset behind a lot of these coins because you can get in, you can basically buy $100 worth, and it can grow to a massive level like what Shiba Inu grew to, right? But right now you're already seeing it at $3.1 billion market cap, and that's a self-reported market cap. We don't know if that actually applies this supply here, which it looks like the something's going on with this because max supply is 100 quadrillion, but then 44 quadrillion is the total supply that we are seeing, while the self-reported circulating supply is that same amount. So we don't know what the total amount actually is. Well, I don't know because I haven't looked into it as much. But when I look into positions like this, you're really in it for one reason and one reason only, and it's really a cash grab. It was crashing, really? Yeah. You're really in it for just a cash grab, to tell you the truth. So there's a lot of people that want to run this up to maybe 10x. So see that at like $30 billion market cap, which could be possible. It definitely could be possible. But if you're looking for a return like you would get with, or you would have gotten with Shiba Inu in the beginning, you know, where you put $1,000 in and it turns to like a million, or, you know, 10 million or $5 million, like that's a return you're not gonna see with this position. Maybe for the people that got in the beginning, but I'm it had a huge run, and I'm not looking to make a move into this position. However, you can see it, you know, 2x, 3x, 5x, 10x probably, but I'm gonna be on the sideline. I'll tell you that. Did you see that pump on algo last night? Yeah, as soon as I talked about it last night, and then it jumped up to like what was it, $2.90, and I saw my account jump, and it jumped up to like 9,000. But you know, Tezos didn't move. Um, what was it? Cosmos didn't move. You know, you had a bunch of positions that really didn't move as much, but then you saw algo just shoot the hell up in like a matter of like, I think it was like 30 minutes. You saw all this action take place, all the way up, all the way down. Um, but yeah, it was huge. I was excited because, you know, I just talked about it. I just posted a video about algo, and it made a move. So I was you know, ecstatic. But you can see everything is really falling. You know, Bitcoin's down to 57K. You know, you have Ethereum down to 40 or 4,000. You know, Solana's down below 200, which could be a potential buying opportunity. There's so many buying opportunities out here right now. It looks really, really good. You love your Gala. I just posted a video on Gala on Patreon and gave my thoughts on that position, because there's a lot of new positions, and I think I'm going to start doing it because I like doing separate videos on Patreon. If you guys want to join the Patreon, link is in the description. I go through all of the new coins and what I think of them, where they could go, potential, you know, pushes, and all of that type of stuff with the new coins. Um, but when I look at a lot of these positions, I'm kind of losing my train of thought as I just reared off to the side of the road there. Veered. to the side of the road. Why did I say reared? Um, where was I at with it? I don't know where I was going with this, so I'm just gonna leave it on. I'm just gonna leave it on the side of the road. I'm gonna leave the car there, and I'm just gonna walk the rest of the way. Uh, so just totally ignore that point. Hope all is well. Shout out to the chat. Yes. Thank you everybody for being here, for showing up with me. I'm sorry I couldn't stream this morning at 8 o'clock. I did end up making a pretty decent move in the stock market, even though the stock market's not moving the right way. So with a lot of my positions, actually I have a position now that's up $44, but I bought a position in Disney. I talked to, well, I guess I talked to some people in the stream yesterday and saw Disney as an opportunity, and maybe as buying a call option. I accidentally bought a put option. And the funny thing is, it decreased overnight. So it actually worked out pretty well for me. So I didn't really need to make any trades today. And I still hit my goal. I usually like a goal of about $100 a day. And I hit about $139 today because it did decrease down to about 153. And it would have been more. It would have actually been about 200 plus dollars. But you know, I basically sold that call option or the put option somewhere around here. Or no, but somewhere around here. And then I actually bought my call option, which is now up $44. So that's a longer term call option for Disney at 155. So looking for that to make a move in the next 2 months. So, but that's what I wanted to play. And currently it's up $44. I could make a move right now and be up, you know, close to $200 for the day. But that's kind of pennies compared to what you can gain over time. So that's just a little bit of a what's it called, stock stuff for you guys, option stuff. Remember, we are in the fourth quarter, so top could be now. Top could be now of what? I got used to spring. When will it grow up? For LOOPRING, I was hoping to see a pullback. So with a lot of these things, I'm hoping to see a pullback. You can see here that there's so many buying opportunities within my Coinbase Pro account. This account was up to $24,000 and is now down to $18,000. Now, is this saying that I lost money? Actually, I lost money from last week, but the overall picture of the year, I'm still up quite a bit, up about $6,000 or $5,000, I think it is. But still, you can see here, Gitcoin is getting back down to that $7 mark. That is definitely a buy opportunity for me. Harvest Finance at 125 just looks phenomenal. Again, I want it to break below 100, and of course, I'm going to buy a bunch. I mean, I should probably buy some right now, but I don't know how much money I have to buy because, again, it's the middle of the month and I don't know why this has to happen now. But there's so many opportunities to get into different positions. LOOPRING is down to 230. You know, that was down to 219 earlier. Litecoin actually is down to 207. Solana is below 200. I talked about it earlier. Compound is below 300. Bounce Coin is below 30. Wow, there's so many opportunities. Quant is down below 230. Cardano is down at 177. I think that's a great opportunity if you're looking to stake that long term. You can get a lot and basically let it sit there and let it ride for however many years and gain the interest. Clover Finance is down to basically where I invested in at 107. So that's looking pretty tasty. There's a lot of things that just look really, really good, guys. I'm telling you. What's a good buy right now? I just answered that. So we have 86 people here, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you can. If you're not subscribed, definitely think about subscribing because I do these streams every day. I try to do it every day. But yeah. Okay. All right. So yeah, we have 4 people over on Twitch. Just checking my email. Sorry. We got 4 people over on Twitch. Thank you guys for being here. If you have any questions, feel free to ask away. Let's see. What are your thoughts on NFTs? Like, I'm not really the biggest fan of NFTs, and the reason why is because I don't know a lot about them. So I'm not going to sit here and say like, oh, this is my opinion on NFTs. I have to get educated first, at least a little bit educated before I can give an opinion. So I just want to be honest with you guys. Buy LOOPRING now, or will it keep dipping? Um, this is where you have to make your own decision on a buy opportunity. So for me, um, if I have free money, which I did have free money and I bought at 250, um, I would continuously buy small amounts. I wouldn't say that you load up the boat at one price, because loading up the boat at one price gives you no opportunity to average down, to lower that cost basis a little bit before it does end up making a move. Because if you see lower points, you can consistently add more money to it. I would never say, hey, take $10,000 and put it on LOOPRING. Right? If you did that, then you're basically taking all of your money and you're putting it in one spot at one price, which is not the way you want to do it. This is why a lot of people that invest longer term, especially if this is going to play out in due time. You never know how long this is actually going to take for an announcement to come, or how long the pullback will be when it comes to crypto, because crypto is crashing across the board. It's not just LOOPRING, it's not just Gitcoin, it's not just Harvest Finance, it's everything, really. You can see a couple of things that have been increasing, but it's everything. So while you see these pullbacks happen, it's a time and opportunity for you to take some of this in and say, is this a good buying opportunity for me? Well, I'm holding some and it's decreasing, but is this a good buying opportunity? And if that answer is yes, if you feel like that position will grow and you believed in that position before, then why not believe in it now just because it's pulling back? This is what I don't understand about a lot of people, is that when shit hits the fan, for lack of a better term, people will decide to just hold off and not do anything because they want to see what's going to happen, right? Rather than double down on their investment. I understand sometimes that's tricky. You don't want to sit here and double down on something that is losing, but if you know it has potential, or you truly believe in one position, go into that again. You should be putting bits and pieces into it, just like you would a mutual fund. When people invest into a mutual fund or an index fund, or they invest in the Roth IRA, right, or whatever the fund actually is, they put it in spurts, no matter if it's at a high or if it's at a low. So why not treat this the same way? Just because it's decreasing, why not put more money in there if you physically believe, or you truly believe that this is going to make a move? Like LOOPRING's going to make a move, Gitcoin's going to make a move, Polymath's going to make a move. You know what I mean? Uh, you talking to me? Average down on coins you believe in? Yes, absolutely. Follow smart money. Ah, I mean, I wouldn't say that. Sometimes smart money leads you down the wrong path. I think, how long will this correction slash pullback last? That's I I can't say that I know. Because these pullbacks can definitely last longer and longer, and they can get stronger and stronger. The only thing that I will say about this overall situation and what's going on here is that you need to take advantage of anything that you see as an opportunity. Um, don't just look at the positions that you have and go, okay, I need to sell off in this position. Now, if you wanted to pull out of the position because you have a strategy and you don't want to lose more than 10%, then go about your strategy. It's your strategy, right? But there's other ways you can look at this. And the way that I look at it, a lot of times when you see the entire crypto market crashing, it's not because of one coin is not worth it. It's because the entire crypto market is crashing. So eventually the entire market will recover. And when it does recover, you're going to have that much more because you invested in it at the lows, or you invested in it at a lower point than where you were. Because I know if everything was going up and LOOPRING was at $5, let's say, people would be like, oh, I wish I could have invested at below $3. Well, you kind of have that opportunity, right? It's going to get to that time to where people are like, I should have invested in Harvest Finance when it was at 120. I could have bought about 10. Investing $1,000, I could have bought 10 of it, basically. Well, you had that opportunity. Gitcoin, same way. You had that opportunity. So just take advantage of what you see here. And we all like this is not 100% predictable. I mean, we can sit here and throw a bunch of technical analysis out there, and probably 50, maybe 60% of it would hit, but the rest of it is just unknown. You never know what could happen based on the entire market crashing, not just one position. So that's my opinion. This is all my opinion. So hopefully you guys appreciate that opinion. Hey, how's it going? Thoughts on AMC? I actually haven't looked at AMC today. I know that we're down, right? Because I'm not making money on that. I think my that leads the way for my positions. Currently down 3%. Um, it looks like a lot of the market is actually decreasing quite a bit. So it's tough. It's tough because we saw a definite increase. Was it yesterday, right? Or was it yesterday? We see an increase yesterday. Oh, we saw an increase to start yesterday and it came back. So we saw an increase up to 44 and then it fell back down, a consolidation through the after hours market, and then actually a decrease today down to a level of 40. Good thing is that we did not break that $40 level. It is starting to come back down. So hopefully we don't see it surpass that level. If anything, I would love to see a double bottom so that we can see that firm bounce or firm comeback. But this looks like unusual activity. Right, a ton of some big position that's liquidating a lot of their, or some big company or hedge fund or holder that's liquidating a lot of their positions, and decreasing a lot of the price values of things of different companies. So like ZOM down another 6%, down to 45 cents. That's a huge hit in the gut for me. Coin decreasing as well. There's just a lot of positions that are decreasing. They were seeing a little bit of a comeback again. I think it was Disney that was seeing a little bit of a comeback. It still is down, but it was seeing a little bit of a comeback. Prague was hit hard, 10%. It was down a lot more, broke that $4 level, which would have been a great move if you wanted to day trade it, but I didn't have time to look at it, so I wish I could have. But AMC, more of the same, basically. Tesla's looking pretty good. Even though you did see that pullback, you see a solid recovery. Might be on the way down. Might be a good chance there. Nice 15-minute pump for sure. How do you get your name in blue? You have to be a moderator to be in blue. So I usually go to members only chats sometime throughout the stream. So I usually only have members and moderators that are allowed to comment and chat and all of that. But anybody that wants to become a member, feel free to let me know. I think we already have moderators set, and since I do members only, we really don't need as many moderators. So the people that are moderators or mods are my go-tos. So Ryan, thanks for being here. Appreciate it. Did go crazy for a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. He's a secret whale. Yes. AMC is $15 by this time next year. You think AMC is going to be $15 by this time next year? You think it's going to fall? Elon. LOL. Just kidding. Almost 700 million in volume removed from LOOPRING. Say that again. Why? Wait. Almost 700 million in volume removed from LOOPRING. What do you mean by that? You mean like we're seeing a decrease in, I don't know why I pressed that. We're seeing a decrease in the volume in the past 24 hours. Is that what you're saying? Or you're saying that people are selling their LOOPRING positions, they're getting out of the LOOPRING positions, and you're seeing a ton of sell volume. So the volume is down 19% in the last 24 hours. But you can see the volume here is about 800 million in volume for the last 24 hours, you could see that sells are around 57% of that activity, and buying activity is 43%. I really like HBAR along with Hashport. It allows the porting of Ethereum tokens over the Cardano network. Crypto is bullish in the long term, but I think this project is going to blow up. That's good. I don't think I've checked in HBAR for a while. Let's take a look at this. So HBAR with a max of 50 billion circulating supply, that's low. Not super low, but it is lower. Current circulating supply is only 15 billion though. So you can definitely see some movement there. The market cap is around 5.3 billion. Long term, yes, I think a lot of cryptos will grow to be, instead of that average being 1 to 10 billion for the top crypto coins, we're going to see that average grow to maybe 10 to 20 billion or something like that. So yes, long term, I think a lot of things will make moves. And this is why I'm holding on to crypto for a long period of time. I have my positions that I want to hold and, go from there. So yeah, I think you're right. The only thing is, like, short term, if you wanted to make a move out of it, I think it's hovering closer to, I guess, the top of that average mark. So you think it's time to buy a LOOPRING, or you think it's time to sell it? It depends what your mindset is. If you want to just gain a bunch out of it and play the system to where you're buying and selling all of your share or all of your coins at one time, then it may be time to sell it for you. But I think it was way past that time. I think now we're starting to see that fully decrease down to a level of closer to that $2 mark, which it would have been time for you to sell it probably closer to the 2 or the 350 mark, just because you're looking for, I'm looking to get a quick gain out of this. I want to buy this and then sell it and then watch this pull back and then buy it again and then sell it. For me, it's a different story. I'm looking to buy it, find other lows, buy it again, find other lows, buy it again, find other lows, and buy it again. So it's just going to be a repeat process for me to continually buy it and then eventually gain what I wanted to gain out of the ultimate goal. So let's say I buy 100 at $3. Well, now it goes down. I buy 200. I get to 500. I end up holding 1,000 at these lows. It increases to $6. Well, now I take out my initial investment, what I did put in the whole thing at those levels, and now I can let the rest grow and not care about what's going to happen there. Maybe that's the way I want to play it, or I can just grow to where I hold maybe 10,000 of it. If it goes all the way down to 50 cents, I would love that. If it goes down to 50 cents, then it gives me longer term opportunity to see me hold 10,000 of it, and I hold 10,000, that doubles to $1, doubles to I guess doubles again to $2. And I see a pretty decent gain out of it. So my intentions of the coin are different, and it depends what your intentions are if you're going to sell it or buy it right now. So have you looked into Power yet? Yes, I made a video over on Patreon about Power, and I can't remember what I said about it because there were 5 coins that I talked about that were new, and I think there was one coin that I was really bullish on, but I think it's Altrex, Alchemix. That was it's called. The reason why is I want to see this pull down, and I love low circulating supply. Everybody knows that I love low circulating supply, and if I could see this pull all the way back down or continue to pull down, I will probably get my feet wet somewhere around 300 and then continue to add to my position as it does go lower. If it does go lower, if it doesn't, then I'll play what I have and go on about my day. But I think this is one of them that I actually saw. Wow, you saw an increase 2 days ago that increased up to 800, but then you saw this decrease and it's consistently decreasing there. So that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for that to go down to 300, get my feet wet with maybe like 1 or 2, and then buy more as it does go lower, so I can lower that cost basis and see the ultimate gain of thousands, you know? So, but power itself, I did look into that. Can't remember what I thought about it. Currently at 54 cents. That has 461 million circulating supply. It is a lower supply, and you do have a market cap that's in the million, so that's definitely a good point to it. And I think I might have said something there. The thing that we do want to take into account here is the 67% or 68% decrease in volume. The buying activity is very high because it was just added, but you did see that increase. And then what was, oh, well, I remember what I thought about this. So you had the news, or you had the rumor of it being added to Coinbase, and people sold the news once it was added to Coinbase. So you actually saw this buy the rumor, sell the news in real time. And it's not a great site, not a great sight to see when you see something like that. So I'm probably going to need to see more of a decrease before I can see that increase anymore. So I'm probably going to want to see that probably below, let's say 40 cents, probably below this point. I want to see it below, it is below this point right now. So yeah, right now probably wouldn't be the worst time to make a move, because you had some support above there, some levels of support way above there. So it's not a bad option as of this price. So yeah, YouTube really took away the dislike button. Did they? I didn't know they actually did that right now. Like they took it away, like as of today. Sorry, if you, let me take this away so you don't have sound that's playing background. No, they still have the dislike button. Is it only for some, or is it on the app, or are they making that final decision later? Did you already cover LOOPRING? I just tuned in. Yeah, I sort of covered LOOPRING. Basically been covering it this whole entire time, talking about it. And so basically the gist of what's going on with LOOPRING and what I see in the position and what I'm looking to get out of it is there's certain people that want to, or there's certain objectives out of this position. It's whether you want to just get a quick gain and, you know, get out with, you know, it at $4, or if you invested in it at the high point, you know, maybe you're just trying to save some of your money that you held in there because you invested in at $4 or close to it. um, that's where it ends up being tricky. And this is why I always say that when you get into a position, it's always great to get your feet wet. I understand there's a lot of people that want to just jump in and ride the wave, but you don't know where that wave is actually going right now. Do you know what I mean? A horrible analogy, but you really don't know where it is going. So if it's at $4, um, you want to make sure that you put in a little bit, not everything that you have, just a little bit. If it does run, then it runs. I mean, you still gain something out of it. You missed a big opportunity, or the opportunity cost was obviously high there, but still, like, you're still getting something out of it, and you protected yourself in future situations, because not everything will go this way. So right now I'm looking at buying opportunities. Obviously 224 is a perfect buying opportunity, seeing that hover above $3 for a long period of time and actually fluctuate to increase to like 370 and 390 and all of that. Shows that it does have strength in there without even the announcement of GameStop. And what did pull it back was the market crash, not just people deciding they wanted to get out of LOOPRING. What the hell did you do to the crypto market? I'm putting the hammer down. That's what I'm doing. I told you I want things to come back so that I can buy more. And I it sucks that they decide, and I don't know who they are, decide to pull the market back when I really don't have a lot of money to spend. Pretty much nothing to spend. I mean, it's the middle of the month. It's tough. Why do altcoins always follow Bitcoin? They don't always follow Bitcoin. That's false. Yeah, I see that it follows Bitcoin on the way down, but for the past month and a half, maybe, it hasn't really been following Bitcoin on the way up. typically you're going to see Bitcoin run, then you'll see it pull back and stay steady a little bit. You'll see Ethereum run, pull back and stay steady a little bit. But what didn't happen was the run of everything else. You saw Litecoin start to run. You saw, LOOPRING run because obviously, the connection there. But you see a ton of things that didn't actually make a massive move like Bitcoin did, get to all-time highs. You didn't see things like Compound get to their all-time highs of what, 900, besides anything that happened in the beginning, $900 or $1,000, or Quant get up to $1,000. You didn't see them reach up to their all-time highs. You didn't see Dogecoin reach up to $70 or sorry, 70 cents. That would be amazing. 70 cents. You don't see any of these positions that are making those moves. So, Perry the whale. I don't know why am I a whale. I'm not a whale. They live starring Janet Yellen and Jerome Powell right now. Is AMC adding LOOPRING or something? No. Thanks, bro. I own 3,500 Loopies at about an average of $3.05. I'm holding out for a year or so because I believe in the future and the utility of the coin, regardless of GME. See, I think next time you see a position that you truly believe in, even though I understand that you believe in it and you want to get in as fast as possible, pace yourself with investing. Buy 1,000. You buying 1,000, your max potential of what you can buy 1,000. And if you're looking to buy 3,500, just wait it out. And then what you could see is it start to decrease a little bit. You see a decrease that you're comfortable with, maybe get a couple of second opinions, maybe join the Discord group and ask, what's the price looking like here? And if you feel like it's a good opinion or whatever, or if it's a good price to get in, I'll always say what I feel like I'm going to do and when I'm going to buy more. So you can always get that understanding, because from $3, you could have bought more at $2.50, just, hearing, I guess, what I had to say there. So it's always great to pace yourself. Don't just go all in and put all your eggs in one basket, because that's not a good way to invest, because you never know what could happen. Things could come back and it might not hit the same trend that you believe that it hit. Like for me, Ride, I bought in at I think it was $10 or so. It came all the way back down, and it didn't end up making the move that I saw that I was going to make, because the history was showing that was going to increase to about $30. However, there was a lot of announcements and different news that actually brought it downhill. Revenue that just didn't hit, all of that stuff, and now you see that and down, closer to the bottom. It's down closer to $6 or something. But it ended up coming back up for me to $14. I sold off, made some money, but it fell back down all the way down to $4 where it's at. So you never know what's going to happen. Pace yourself with the positions that you get in. And, if you're going to buy 1,000, pace yourself and put in 200 or put in 300. You never know, because you want to average down. You want to have space. So that's what I would say there. But I do believe in that position as well. So I'll say that I believe that it's going to come back. This is a crypto market crash, not a LOOPRING crash. So, yeah. I don't know why we only have 59 likes. We have 197 people here, guys. Hit the like button if you can. It does help out. I noticed that crypto tends to pump during the weekend. I'm buying now in hopes that it will pump. Yeah, I mean, whatever your strategy is, go for it. Mac, man, yo, what's up? Yo, Matt. Yo, Mac. Going on. Yeah, whatever your strategy is, go for it. I mean, it tends to work for me when I build different strategies. So my strategy always changes, but typically I have the same, rule of thumb when it comes to investing in different positions. I pace myself, always pace myself. I invest in 100, 200, 300. I probably got a little bit, I got a little bit ahead of myself by investing in at 250 for LOOPRING, because I invested another 195 when I probably should have put 100 in at 250 and then put another 95 or well over 100 in at the lower point, because if I was investing the same amount, I would obviously get more coins. So yeah, but yeah, I didn't pace myself there, but typically I will pace myself. Boss shows up. I have to bounce. I don't know. Oh, wait. Okay. Is BTC heading towards a bear run and repeat a history after every 3 years or so? I thought it was they have like 4 year cycles or something. Is Shib dead a month ago? Man, sorry. Wait, Shib died a month ago. Sorry to tell you. That was a pump and dump. Look, I'll tell you that there's a lot of people that have have said the same thing about so many other coins, and I understand that those have probably more utility. You could probably you have a use case for everything there, but I think, is it dead? No, I don't think it's dead. Is it falling back or is it coming back to a point to where it doesn't have as much popularity? Yes, I think that's the case. You're not seeing as much popularity. People still do believe in the position, but the mindset has changed. Instead of something that could be short term and get to these certain levels short term, now they have, kind of opened up a door to maybe a longer term solution, right? My long term play, and from the beginning I've said this, it seems like the mindset behind SHIB is to remain like relevant and to burn off coins, right? So how do they remain relevant? How do they get to a point to where they're consistently beating Dogecoin? Well, one, Dogecoin probably has to be doing good for SHIB to be doing good as well, because if Dogecoin comes back, does SHIB really care? They just want to be better, right? But once popularity dies off, it's going to be to a point to where a system-wide burn can be implemented. And if we do see that, a system burn that's implemented, and you could see it's burned off maybe 50% of some of the holdings that are out there, or not holdings, some of the coins that are free in the market that are not actually being used, then that'll be really good for the price because the price can jump. However, you're still holding and you're still gaining that gain, whatever you do have. So my millions of coins, as people do sell off in the years to come because they feel like it is dead, when it gets to 5 to 10 years, this 1 million coins that I have, or 10 million coins that I have, will be worth $1 to $10 million because people will underestimate where this can go. Think of it just like a Bitcoin. And I know Bitcoin, like I said, has better utility, all that stuff, and has probably a little bit more of a following. And by a little bit, I mean a lot. Um, everybody associates cryptocurrency with Bitcoin. If you say cryptocurrency, they're saying probably Bitcoin, or more millennials and Gen Z are saying Dogecoin, right? So for me, when I look at Bitcoin, you could see where it was in the past, years ago. And this is where you will see a lot of coins now. We're in that stage with these coins right now. So coins that are $1, coins that are $2, coins that are $4, you never know what they can be 5 or 10 years from now. So if you hold on to those for 5 or 10 years, not saying that long term is the solution, it just seems like that is the proven method to gaining a ton in the crypto space. Besides the people that have those YOLO bets on something that's brand new, you go into Pancake Swap and you put all your money into something, and probably 9 times out of 10, it probably fails. But you put money into this position and it grows over time. And you don't even worry about it. Something like SHIBA, something like Tiki token that I'm holding, it could grow over time, and that can grow to something huge. And you never even knew about it until you get to a point where you're like, wait, hold up. My Coinbase account now says I have, $2.5 million or $1 million. What do I do now? Well, one, it's a long-term play. You pay less taxes on it. And two, you're going to be insanely happy because something did work out for you. Whether you made a ton of money short term elsewhere, or you didn't, you're going to be insanely happy that this worked out in 5 years. That you grew $100 to $1 million, or you grew $500 to $5 million. I threw $10. Asscoin. I threw $10 at Asscoin. And forget wannabe and an ass token millionaire. Oh, you want to be an ass token millionaire? Okay, got you. ACH2 slept on for real. Maybe a year or two from now. Yeah, I think you're right. Have you talked about farm yet? What do you think about what do you think the bottom will be? Um, if I had to guess, if it was a repeat of history, we would probably see a bottom below 100 because what we have seen with farm, let's go here and let's type in farm coin. I think I have it somewhere. So what we have seen with farm coin in the past is that we had a repeat of history. Really, we were around that 100, $70, $80 mark, increased to about 400, decreased to a level of about 50, right? Increased to a level that's higher, 400, 438 instead of the 400 and like 10 or yeah, 410. So I think it's a repeat of history. You're going to see this dive down a little bit with the market, and the market's probably going to be a little bit of a help here. I'm going to buy in a hell of a lot if it's below 100. If it's below 100, I'm going to buy in more. If it's below 50, I'm definitely buying in a lot. I mean, putting a boatload is probably going to be 90% of my portfolio at that point. Just because I'll have so much invested in there. And if everything else comes back the same way that this comes back, then it'll basically be a higher portion of my portfolio. It won't be 90. It'll probably be somewhere like 60 maybe. But right now it's at 20% of my portfolio. So I will buy a ton more, whether I have the money or I don't. There's going to be no sugarcoating that because it is truly a remarkable position. If it can get down to those levels, gain popularity and through the altcoin season, just imagine what the hell this thing is going to do through the altcoin season. Like, oh my goodness, it's going to be huge. And then Gitcoin is another position. That's why that's the second highest holding that I have here. Gitcoin is another position. $7.41 is the price right now. That is really low compared to even where it has been in recent history. Not even worrying about where it's going to get to. I'm talking about recent history. So let me actually bring it up. I thought I would have them all up there, but it only brings it up by a market cap. So $7.37 is where it's at right now. I invested in at $7.01, or it might have been, it was low $7. So it's somewhere close to where we are now. But a month ago, this was all the way up to $13.44. A year ago, right? You do have June, and you're looking at $18, right? The movement that you can see in this position, and this is not a year ago because it's basically brand new, but you see this at $18 and you see it now at $17, and it's like, okay, well, this can easily double, and 14.2 billion or 14.2 million circulating supply is a very low amount. Once it gains popularity, just like Farmcoin gaining popularity, yeah, it's gonna be pretty big. Your biggest position is Baby Doge. I was wondering, would regulation from the U.S. government or international government affect the crypto market? Well, it looks like it's already starting. But I think what you're seeing, this is where when you have markets like this, right? A lot of times markets crash, when you have a lot of people that are worried, right? And they continue to crash when you have that consistency of them being worried, right? People are selling out of their position, just like people going to a bank, right? You go to a bank and someone goes in there and says, I want to take out $10,000. And they're like, we don't have that money available. If anybody hears that, they're going to tell their friend and they're going to tell their friend and they're going to tell other people in the bank and they're going to say, this bank is broke, take your money out. And then everybody's going to try and take their money out and you're going to see it just automatically like just crumble from within, right? And I guess it wouldn't be from within. I guess if you're a part of the bank, it is from, doesn't matter. That's besides the point. But basically, that's what you're going to see. You're going to see things that crash because of the fact that I don't know where I'm going with this. Jesus, I lose my train of thought so much. Jesus. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that you have large holders, right? So maybe like a institution that has maybe 1% or 5%, or different institutions that are in cahoots cahoots with each other, and talk about their investments back and forth, and maybe they have 10% or 5% or 1% invested into a position, into cryptocurrency. Well, now they all decide to pull out their positions, which creates fear in the market, which a lot of people will end up pulling out their position because of that. So that's basically, I believe, what you are seeing here is you have people that hold large positions kind of overreacting to news that really isn't that important. Um, and then you're seeing the market get a little bit scared because of it. So they're decreasing, or they're pulling out their positions as well and selling their positions and waiting for these low points. And while you also have, you have those same institutions that are not pulling out, let's say they have 10% in there, they're not pulling out the entire 10%. They'll pull out 5% and see how the market reacts. If the market reacts in a negative way and they find more opportunity, they'll put that 5% back in there, that same money back in there, and own more, and the growth will be staggering for them. And they're just looking to game every system they can. I hate that that's the case. That's why you would see the market that crashes entirely. And then you have a couple of positions to where these institutions don't hold anything in, right? New positions that are just like fresh off the press, right? Fresh out, right? Those you end up seeing increase. Positions that people don't believe in or don't talk about much, you see those increase, right? But then you'll see all the ones that are more popular: Bitcoin, Ethereum. You have institutions that hold a lot of that, Solana, Cardano. Like, you have so many different places that hold some of that, and that's why you see those things decrease. And it sucks to say that the system can even be rigged when you go towards crypto, because the more you hold, the more influence you have on the stock price. No matter what the investment is, the more you hold, the more influence you have on that price. So that's what we would say there. It's not because of people don't believe in LOOPRING. It's not because people said Cardano now sucks. Like, that's not the case. You have institutions, hedge funds that hold a certain percentage in there. They sell their percentage or some of their percentage. They try and get the market to react. They get the market to react there. Goes down further than where they anticipated for it to go. So then they put their money back in there. You see the market shoot right the hell back up, while they're gaining, hundreds of percent on those gains. We're gaining pennies because of the fact that we're not treating it the same way, and we don't know what they're doing. Like, if I held 50% of a position, would you buy into that position? Well, say that I'm somebody that's not that doesn't do any type of legit moves. I don't want to say any word that's triggers for YouTube, but they don't do anything that's legit. They don't do any legit moves. Say I'm that person and I held 50% of a position, right? Would you buy that position? Most likely not, because of the fact that that person, me, would have so much influence on the way that goes. Like, it makes no sense for anybody to make a move into that position, because I can do whatever I want with that and say, okay, I can basically make you sell and then buy back in at the low point and then basically make you buy back again. Like, it's stupid. It's insanely stupid. Just a bit scared. So sorry for the rant, guys. Sorry for the rant. I know it's a lot to take in, but I just wanted to sit here and talk. Yeah, it would be basically not even a rug pull. It can be worse than that. Some people will say, oh, well, rug pulls are horrible, but I think it's worse when you have just influence on where the price is going to go, because now the developer can't say anything about where this price will go, because somebody is a 50% holder or 60% holder in the position. It's just one person that now holds so much, and they can influence what everybody does. You buy, okay, I'm going to sell my position. So now you sell your position, it goes lower, and then I'm going to buy back in to make you buy back in. Like, it's as simple as that. Clear manipulation, and that's the only way that they do it. But I hate saying that things are manipulated, but they always find a way. Big money always finds a way to win in the situation and keep us where we are. Even though we see a good position, a great opportunity, someone may decide that, okay, This person said it's a big opportunity. They have a massive following on social media. Well, let's make them wrong. Well, the market status at the end of November. Will Plan B model fail? Haven't looked into it. I don't know the answer to that. I'll be honest. I don't know the answer to that. Don't panic. Buy the dip. This is a sale guide. This is a sale, guys. Yes, it exactly. It's crazy. Yeah, everything's pretty much dropping. And it looks like there are so many great prices, whether it's in the stock market or it's in the crypto market. A lot of times you'll see them go opposite, but now you're starting to see who really runs everything, who really runs big money. You put a certain percentage in these coins, you see them get to all-time highs. Well, how about institutions decide, you know what? I'm going to pull out some of my positions in it. I'm going to sell some of my Bitcoin. I'm going to sell some of my Tesla shares. I'm going to sell some of my whatever shares. And now you can influence the price and where it's going to go from here. Guy has self-defeating talk. Bye. I don't know what that means. But thank you for being here. I appreciate it. Shit Adele. Yeah, exactly. People will be eating CRO. Yeah, CRO is I'll have to make some moves into that. What guy? Is it me? It might be me. Whew. All right, well let's since it's me, let's go ahead and close this up to members only. I usually close up to members only way earlier than this, but we've been streaming for about 50 minutes. And I know I didn't get to a stream earlier today because I was in meetings and uh, also doing a lot of it. I would have done it right afterwards because I did see the market um, was making some moves. I could have made probably $400, $500 today, but made a smooth $130 today. $139 could have been a little bit more, but I missed it. I missed that opportunity to where it fell so far. Please don't disrespect the content creator. Yeah, I mean, people can say what they want. This is an unfiltered chat. I mean, but if you say things that are too ridiculous, then I mean, you guys have the power to silence them. That's what's good. All right, guys. So if you want to join as a member over on YouTube, all you have to do is it's a 99-cent membership. I make it very cheap, so you guys can participate in the chat, get your questions answered, and just chat it up with me. Thoughts on Litecoin? That's a good point. So Litecoin is currently at $2 or $208. That would be a phenomenal buy if it was at $2. Also, I would be down a lot if it was at $2, but it would have a great opportunity. So currently Litecoin has come back. I consider Litecoin in that conversation with like even though the market cap is not up in that level, I still consider it as one of the I don't know what to call it. I wouldn't call it a stable coin, but like the poster coin of crypto, right? I hear about BTC, I hear about ETH, and I hear about LTC, right? Those are the ones that I first got introduced to, and I think that those are the ones that I associate with the starting point where you should start at. I think Litecoin is a great move. I currently hold 8. It got up to $300 and then pulled back. You did see that, everything else started to make that move as well. So it's not anything to say that Litecoin is horrible. Like, I'm not sitting here saying that Litecoin is horrendous and that's why it's pulling back. The reason why you see it pulling back is because the entire crypto market is pulling back. So my opinion on Litecoin is that it will go far. We will see that up in the $500 range, probably even a lot higher than that once you see more and more popularity go into it. Because right now it's 11th on the list of popularity, but when it comes to listing by market cap, I don't believe it's 11th. I think it might be in like the 20th, maybe. I'll have to check that. Let's see what it actually is. 14th. Sorry. So it's close. It's close to 11th. So either way, I mean, you're seeing it up in that level, and I consider it to be up in the top portion. It should be right below Ethereum, in my opinion, and that's just my opinion. I understand BNB is a big point as well. That did make a huge move, up to $600+ before decreasing in the last 7 days, 14%. So Litecoin is one of those ones that I will believe in and consistently buy. Actually, I've been sleeping on buying Litecoin because I bought in at 150, and all of these prices are just way higher. But I've been sleeping on it. I'll tell you that. Sorry, I had a line of customers come up to my counter. Well, it's good. Take work seriously. That's how you fund your investments. Don't they know I'm trying to watch a stream? That's funny. Why is Bitcoin so much more than Litecoin? So that's well, one, um, the reason why Bitcoin can rise a lot higher than Litecoin is because of the circulating supply. The circulating supply of Litecoin, I believe, is like 80 or 69 million, right? But Bitcoin is at 18 million, right? Total supply is 21 million. The thing that you can kind of compare it to and say, why is Ethereum more than Litecoin? That's really the comparison that we should make, because Ethereum really has a circulating supply that's a lot more than Litecoin, and Litecoin's down in the $100 range rather than the $1,000 range. So can it get up to those levels? I believe it can. It just needs a little bit more popularity, a little bit more push behind it, and I think it's it's definitely a gem. I think that this will make a move and will get up to that level of being, third on the list, and actually, um, you know, just kind of putting its place on the market or in the market. Um, being third on the list. And I actually think Cardano will run up. Solana is going to be, so that's basically going to be the top five, right? You're going to see BNB probably fall to maybe 5 or 6, but I think the top 5 or 6 is going to be, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Binance, Solana, Cardano, and then you're going to see Litecoin. So that's 6 right there. But I think it's going to be Bitcoin, Ethereum in order: Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Solana, Cardano, and hmm, Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Solana, Cardano, and then Binance. And you'll probably see those two fluctuate as well. But the overall market will grow. Instead of being $3 trillion, we'll see it at 4 trillion, 5 trillion, 10 trillion, all of those. So that's the way that I look at it there. Maybe, but Bitcoin is more than 4 times the price. Bitcoin is more than 4 times the price. When it comes to 4 times the price of what? Yeah, please tell me 4 times the price, because it's nowhere near 4 times the price of anything. 4 times more. I don't know what that means. 4 times the price of Litecoin? Bitcoin is 4 times the price of Litecoin? I it it's more than that. I mean, four times that price would be what, 15,000 $15,000. If a coin was at $15,000, and Bitcoin would be 4 times that price. But it is a hell of a lot more when it comes to that price. Also, if we're looking at just the market cap is at its peak where Litecoin is right now, and Bitcoin at its peak, it was basically 10 times the market cap. And I understand Litecoin was a lot higher. Litecoin was up to $500. But to tell you the truth, this has a lot of potential to grow. Let me see if I can bring up my Excel spreadsheet for you guys, just to bring this up here. Let me go up to Litecoin. So I have the spreadsheet that breaks down all different coins and where it can go. But like you see here where it will be at certain levels, $1,000, it will be at 66 billion-dollar market cap, right? $66 billion market cap. That's basically nothing, right? Still below $100 or $100 billion market cap at $1,000 mark, but it can barely break 500. Why? Because the popularity just isn't quite there. People hold on to it, but not for long enough. Are you saying that Litecoin has a supply 4 times bigger than Bitcoin? That could be right. That's actually 3 times bigger, but I get what you're saying. It's almost, it's, if it was 15 million, it would be. I'm getting into like exact math. So yes, let's go with that. 4 times bigger when it comes to the supply. I would agree with that. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna head out. I have to get some lunch and also complete some stuff for work. But I just wanted to, hop on here, and I'm gonna update people in the Discord group of how much I did make today, because I did make an options trade. I sold a put option that I actually didn't want to be, so it was kind of an accidental increase. And right now I am positive on the call side, and I think that will be something that plays out pretty well in the next month and a half. A call option for Apple. Is it Apple? Disney. I don't know why I said Apple. Disney for a 155. So I'm gonna get out of here. Thank you guys for watching. If you have a chance to check out my Patreon, please do. The link is in the description. I posted a lot of videos on new Coinbase listings today, like 5 videos. I'm thinking about consolidating them into one, but that's going to be tough. I would rather do separate videos so that people can click on whatever video they want to watch. But yeah, definitely check that out. Check out some of my other content across YouTube. I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.